Hello, thank you for taking the time to listen to this video. I'd like to ask you a question regarding goals, regarding success, passion, enthusiasm. It's interesting that on a daily basis I continuously receive phone calls from doctors throughout the nation, staff members, various potentials that would like to join our services. And the question comes over again and again, and they're the same circumscription. And that is, number one, where do we find the enthusiasm on a daily basis? Once you get motivated, once you have a vision to achieve those dreams, how do you get there? What do you do to keep up a momentum? It's a question also that I'm asked at the seminars that we have, national seminars that we have. Many doctors will come up to me and say, I am so motivated, I am so happy, I can't tell you how wonderful this is. Comes Monday or Tuesday, the question arises, how do I keep up the momentum? How do I keep up this desire to continuously grow? What do I do to wake up in the morning and feel motivated internally without having to go back to another seminar? It's an interesting question if you think about that. The main focus here is to adjust your attitude. It's really what it is. It's all about getting used to knowing that the attitude that you have needs to be adjusted. First and foremost, the thing that you have to do is getting rid of all the ambiguities. Whether or not things are true, you don't know. This limbo will keep you continuously questioning yourself. Get rid of all the ambiguities. Number two, analyze your situation. And you'll see things are not that bad. We may have issues. We may owe money. We may not be in a happiest state. We may be at this point, somehow, somewhere, where we wish we weren't. It could be with a spouse. It could be with a child. It could be with work. It could be with a colleague. It could be with an authority. It could be with a regulatory body. It could be with a bank. With so many different people, so many places. But let me ask you this. If your health is somewhat good, by that, I don't mean 100% because 100% doesn't exist. I just mean somewhat good. You need to celebrate your success. Once you analyze your situation, you realize, you know what, I'm okay. That's when you celebrate your success. You need to awaken your passion, catapult your goals, and brighten your future. How do you get there? By maximizing your capabilities. You know what your dreams are. You know what your passion is. You know what your strength is. You know the help that you need. If you recruit the best help around you, if you recognize your strength, your strength as well as everything that you have within you, if you reinforce your belief, you nurture your passions, you'll have electrifying moments. And these moments will need replenishing, absolutely. You'll need to refresh your mind. You'll need to replenish your enthusiasm. You'll even need to, at some time, remove your doubts in order to achieve your success. Because nothing is going to last. Nothing lasts. Eternity lasts. Unfortunately, death, that's something that lasts because it's forever. It's gone. Life, however, doesn't last. It's the most precious thing that we have. Time is something you can never get back. Once it moves, it's gone. It's lost. A second lost will never be relived, regained. Never. You can therefore accomplish your ambition and achieving success by resolving your dreams and removing your doubts. And the question is, how do we revive those dreams? Well, why don't you revise your goals once in a while? You can arise to the occasion, and all you have to do from then on is advocating goodness. If you adapt to all the challenges that there are in the world and you appreciate your lot, being happy with what you've got, not constantly wanting more, asking for more, not ever being satisfied with what you have, you'll realize you've been endowed with so much goodness. You'll appreciate the truth, you'll develop your dreams, and you'll determine your direction. See, desire for success is a design of diligence. What that means is that in order for you to have a destiny, you must be the architect of that destiny. Things are not assigned to us. We get what we deserve in life, not what we want or what we need, what we deserve. And what you deserve is the best. So by disciplining your life and distinguishing your goals, of course, in a dynamic way, and sharing with everyone and with grace everything that you have, sometimes have to navigate with kindness. You'll have to negotiate some issues, but always with trust. But as long as you're authentic, you will attain the ultimate goodness. And this isn't something that I'm just saying about aspiring to goodness and respecting your peers and following your resolutions will just put you into a different world. No. These aren't just words. These are dreams that can come into reality. You have to be humble is one of the exercises. You have to realize that humility is the basis and the foundation of the successful dream that can be achieved. You'll have to live with hope, because hope will get you to the next level without having to engender on some of the mishaps that will occur in your life. You'll have to recognize and reinforce the beauty in many of the people that you meet. You'll have to release all the bounds and at all times be reliable. You can become a remarkable person with an unshakable character if you wish to. Sometimes you'll need to reflect on your strength to give you that boost. But at the end of the day, you can rock your world. You can rock your world. And all of this by recognizing the goodness within you, which is in reality godliness itself. Each and every creation in this world has within it energy. This energy is the goodness that God imbues into its creations to give it a purpose and a direction. We don't often know the purpose. We don't always understand the direction. But we always need to try to achieve that goal, irrespective of our success or our failures. While doing that, you will eventually realize what your goal is. If you're a parent, your goal is to be a good parent. What does that mean? Take the kids to school, take them to play. Help them with their homework. When they have an issue, sit down and speak with them and listen to them and their issue. Will become suddenly nothing more than a solution. It'll be a solution you will come up with. When you and your spouse have a dispute, an argument, look at this argument and realize, is this true? Is this necessary? Is this something that I really need to battle? Or just give up on this argument and move on with greater, better things? When we come to work and we have colleagues who are not too kind, why not deal with them with kindness and overwhelm them with goodness so that they forget about anything else and they suddenly realize you're a nice person and they should be a nice person. When you're stopping at a light and you realize that there is someone out there who does not have a car, and there you are sitting in your car. If it's hot, you have the air conditioning on, and if it's cold, you have the heater on. But while there's someone sitting on a corner begging because they are homeless, appreciate what you have. It's interesting. Recently, I'll tell you about an incident which touched my heart, and from that day on, I also followed suit with this. Recently I heard that my wife came home and realized that in our pantry there is usually a box of supplies of some of the food. In this case there were granola bars. A box of granola bars that my wife buys, and then the kids at any given time, or one of us, or any one of us, wants a granola bar, take it with you. They come in a package of 2. My wife realized that every time she bought a box, there'd be 2 or 3 granola bars left over on the counter, and all of the other ones were gone. So she did that once, and then twice, and then it occurred that the granola bars were gone. So we have a cleaning lady that comes in on a regular basis to help out, and my wife went to her and asked her, knowing that this woman has been with us for almost 10 years, it was somewhat embarrassing, but my wife asked her and said, is it possible that you're taking some of these granola bars, even though we don't mind, we just want to know because they seem to be missing. This woman who's so kind and so beautiful and such a beautiful person, I can't tell you how much we appreciate the fact that she's been with us for so many years, immediately says, no, I would never do that. I don't even like granola bars. I wouldn't know. So my wife was puzzled. She was puzzled and she thought, well, where could they be? So she asked around, did I take them? I said, what would I do with the granola bars? I would take one, but not the box. Interestingly enough, my wife was in the car, and I was in the car with my daughter. And it happens to be that my daughter was driving, and it was in her car, and I'm sitting on the passenger side, my daughter's driving, and I'm sitting in the back of the car. And we come to a stoplight, and there is a homeless person standing there. I've taught my children since they were very young that any time they see a homeless person, that they should reach out in their pocket and give them something. In this case, she pulled out $1 from her purse as we're stopping, and she waves it to the person who comes strolling to our car, and then she reaches inside the cupboard from the car, pulls out a granola bar, and hands it to him, a wrapped granola bar, along with $1. And I'm looking at this, totally surprised. I looked back at my wife and thought, could that be it? We didn't say a word, so as not to offend our daughter. And as she pulled off with the car, we said, that was a beautiful gesture. What did you do with the granola bars? She says, well, I know that mommy buys the granola bars every few weeks, so I take a bunch of them and I keep them in the car. And every time I see a homeless person, I realize that the $1 I give them may not be enough, and sometimes they may have to sit in that corner for 2, 3, 4 hours, and sometimes even more. And that $1 may not be enough. So I give them a granola bar, hopefully for that they would have a good day, and they could have something to munch on. I tell you, that story touched me so much. I realized that this is a beautiful, beautiful gesture. And so, of course, as we pulled out, pulled over when we got to our destination, I came out of the car, gave a big hug to my daughter, and I told her how proud I was of what she did. And when we got home, I told my wife that she should be, we have 3 cars. My wife has a car, I have a car, and we have a car for the family, children. I said that she should buy 3 boxes of granola bars from now on, and put 1 box in each car. It only costs a few dollars, so that any time that any one of us is driving any of the cars and we're stopped at a light, we should give the $1 and a granola bar. This may sound like a cute gesture, but at the end of the day, we can learn from children. We can learn from other people. We can see that others who have come up with something from their heart, a passion, a beauty, an enthusiasm, it could also become something that you duplicate and something that you copy and something that you become yourself. And so now we have a saying in our family that when you drive down the freeway or on the road and you see a homeless person, we don't just give them a coin or $1, we also give them something to munch on while God's grace and goodness helps him or her, that person, make it through the day. That's all it takes. And I hope that you learn from this lesson. Now, I'm not suggesting that each and every one of you go home and start buying the boxes of granola bars, although it's not a bad idea. And if you do so, please let me know, because I'll be more than happy to share that with my own daughter, since it is her idea, and therefore I believe she should get the benefit of knowing that so many people are passionately following this example. That's what dreams are all about. Analyze your situation, get rid of all the ambiguities, adjust your attitude, and you will, I promise you, achieve your success while nurturing your passions, and at all times replenish your enthusiasm so that you can always be on high. Thank you for taking the time. I appreciate it. God bless you and bless all of us, that we recognize the goodness in this world and we appreciate what we have. And may we always have greatness, goodness, peace, and abundance, both materially and spiritually, in everything that we do. And may we recognize that the goodness that God Almighty has given to each and every one of us is exactly what we need, if we just know how to use it properly. Thank you very much.